この想いを消してしまうにはまだ人生長いでしょう。
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 38. And last episode, Kimberly gave orders to Edward from Bradley about finding Markel and Scar and creating a bloody crest in bricks. And then Edward told everything, sort of, to Al and Winry, and now all of them are going to find Scar. Especially Ed is mostly trying to find Michan because she knows stuff about Eastern alchemy and how maybe that can help them get their bodies back. And then you have Selim being the first homunculus pride. And yeah, that's what happened. And before we get into this episode, if you guys like the reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelinguni. And now let's start this episode. And here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
What the heck? I was about to say, like, is Pride, like, keeping an eye on her? But then again, Pride is like, I'm gonna watch you from your shadow, or something. Where did the scar come from? From the Spallan War? Or somewhere else? The fact that they're showing her shadow like that means that Pride is using it right. I don't know. To get you out of your funk. How does her powers work? Clearly has something to do with shadows. That's good. Of course. Of course. Conflict at Baschool. It's not gonna work. Is it gonna work? Nope. It worked. They create a wall. I got it. They created a wall to separate them. Fake wall. Where is Winry know all this? Why are you screaming out there? They're gonna know where you are. Randomly show up. Oh my gosh, they did just randomly show up. What kind of daydream are you gonna be having right now? Anyway, daydream. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the heck is Winry not of this? Oh yeah, Marco. The face right. Is Carl gonna show up too? Okay, okay. Everybody's reactions. What did he do? You were a soldier? Happily, for real. I love the old time movie stuff, like a silent movie. Okay. Was he really gold? I knew it. Fake. Goodwill alone. You're about to steal something. Uh huh. What's with the music? Whoa! Oh my gosh! They just sneak into the Armstrong's household. Oh my gosh! We don't have time for this. He's suspicious. You have to be. These people found him first. Can they? They're not homunculus, right? Homunculi? Are they? I don't think that. I don't know. Are they chimeras? Okay. Omoshiroi. You better decipher it before somebody else finds it and destroys it. Excuse me. There you go. He's fighting. There he is. That's what he was. How about he takes something and destroys it and launches at them? You know? Ugh. Their brothers are gonna come to his house. Naruhodo ne. They don't know that. Oh, he's basking in it for a while. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Now I get it. So it's lighter, but not as much for a punch. Ooh, the way it's sweet behind them. gosh. Don't let him transform. Don't let him transform. Okay, good. They need your help. Come down. Are y'all still gonna fight? It's not still. It's not still. But then again, it's like the ground thing. Bakayaro, konoyaro.
Bakayaro, konoyaro.
Oh, I thought you were gonna take your glasses off so you can see the eyes. When is Kimberly gonna show up? Because I feel like he's gonna show up. I know they say that the whole place is sort of like a beef or whatever. It's gonna be impossible to find people, but you know, like a beef fight was happening, so he should have seen it, right? Oh, okay. So Mei Chang is here too. And Marco? Is that a new explosion or is it? No, she did not. She did not. Okay, now that I found it, like, turn it off. Shut it off. Shut the light. I knew she didn't feel it. Oh, they broke the watch, so it's not working. Who's coming? King Bradley and his people? Like what? Oh, like the murder of the Raven? What's the plan? Clearly this is a plan. I just don't know what the plan is. Like you had them, all of them together, and Winry asking Scar about why he killed her parents, and they didn't actually show us how the conversation went, but they clearly came to some kind of understanding, and that's what that was, because they know what Kimberly and the others want, and they don't want that to happen. So this is clearly a plan. But what is the goal? That's what I don't know. Okay. Oh, I'm forgetting what happened before that. Oh, okay. after the tete-a-tete with Hawkeye and Pride, she was shaken up, right? And then she went home, and then the cat, was it a cat or a dog? I don't know. I think it was a dog that just showed up out of the dark with the eyes like. The dog scared her a little bit, and then she got a call from Roy, and then Roy was trying to speak in, I was just speaking tongues, but just not saying outright what he wanted to ask her, or talking about flowers and everything. It's still cool for something, but she didn't let it go on because Pride told her that she was going to be keeping an eye on her through her shadows or with her shadows or something. So clearly, whatever Roy wanted to tell her on the phone, she couldn't actually come out and tell Roy that, I figured out that Salem is Pride, So she just hung up the phone. But then he's his call came at the perfect time because that just sort of gave her this sense of relief, and she just held onto the dog. I don't know, man. Can Roy count on her for anything? The thing is, I don't know how Pride's powers work. I know it has something to do with the shadows, so I'm assuming that if your shadow is showing, then she can, I don't know, show up she can spy on you through your shadow. But then again, if the lights are out and your shadow, you can see the shadow, and that's why the people underground was hey, turn off the lights, because if there's the shadow showing, then that's when the monster shows up. So clearly, you have to have your shadow show up. Your shadow has to be out there for her to do whatever it is that she can do. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that Winra did Winra. Oh my gosh. Mira didn't listen to was it Buccaneer and the others that went underground, and they're if we're not back in 24 hours, just seal everything. She didn't listen to them. There was this broken watch that she gave. I don't know if she gave it to the others or she's the one that broke it. But either way, the broken watch is not gonna work, right? You're never gonna know if it's 24 hours or not. Yeah. And then when they got out, and he went to her and he's like, "Thank you for giving us this leeway." And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She has a soft heart for them, but then again, she doesn't want to let it show or something. I don't know, but I find that kind of cute. And then when Edward and Alphonse went to this place that the thing's car is, and then they have Kimberly's people keeping an eye on them. Then they're like, okay, we need to get rid of these people. And then oh, there's a shadow over there. And then they ran into this building. And then when the people that are following them came out around the corner, and there's nothing. There's this wall before them. I'm like, there's alchemy at play here. And then Edward and Alphonse raised up this wall, and then now they're hiding behind it. So these guys didn't know. And then after they left those people out, they went out there trying to look for Scar and Michan and everybody. But they're we're only going to be able to find them if they just happen to show up out of nowhere or something. And that's exactly what happened. Oh my gosh, that scene when everybody was showing up one by one. First it was Michan, and they said, "Alphonse, you were looking for me." And then she was having this daydream about, I don't know, just Alphonse being this, I don't know, Prince Charming that was looking for her or whatever. And then Edward is like, "We need to tell us about Eastern Alchemy." And then she's having this triangle in her mind with the two brothers. And while all this thing was happening, I'm like, where the heck is Winry in all of this? And Winry was beside Alphonse, and she just showed up, and now there's jealousy going on. And then you have Yoki show up. And then they went to this backstory of Yoki. I love the format of how they were telling his backstory. like this old silent movie, thing that they had going on. And he made it seem like clearly what was showing up on screen was not what he was describing, because he was clearly the villain in the story, but he's seeing himself as the hero and Edward as the villain. Edward comes along one day, offers him this amount of gold, and I'm like, uh-uh. That stack of gold is alchemy. I really don't believe that was gold, and it wasn't. It was rocks. But the guy already found the deeds to the mine away to the people, and then they're like, oh my gosh. And then he tried to steal from the Armstrong family. Oh my gosh. I believe that was Mira that was playing the piano. There was one that showed the little girl with the yellow hair, and then she turned around, and then you see sort of like the girl or whatever with the hair. I'm like, okay, Armstrong. And when he was telling all these stories, the others was not even like looking at him or were not listening to him. He's like, just like listen to me. And then Edward faked being sorry for whatever happened to him. And then they told everybody like why they were looking for Mei-chan, and they wanted Mei-chan to teach them Eastern alchemy and everything. And that's when Dr. Marco didn't recognize Dr. Marco also at first because of the face change and everything. But then Dr. Marco told them about the notebook with the research, and that they need Scar help. And by that moment, Scar is like fighting those two people, Kimberly's men, that were chimeras. And they were keeping away from Scar because Scar is like, when he touches you, that's when he can disintegrate you and everything. So they were keeping away from him. And then the guy with the slam like stuck his hand to the ground or something, because Scar does that, destroys the ground when he's feeling cornered and everything. So they had him down, and then Edward and Alphonse showed up. Alphonse immediately recognized who those two people were, but they did not want to let them like try to explain who they were, why their appearances changed, so that at least they can have some kind of plausible deniability when it came to them actually defeating them. Like they would just say that they didn't know these people, they didn't know that they were the two, that were accompanying them and all that. So that was so great. And the way the guy was like, I'm gonna change that so that you can actually recognize me. Oh my gosh. And Edward took him down, and then Alphonse like choked the other one out. It was so funny. And then Miles and the others also showed up at the same place. So, and Winry also showed up because I believe Scar was about to attack the boys, right? And that's when Winry showed up, and sort of like her crying out made Scar stop for a moment, and that's when Edward and Alphonse took over the fight, I guess. But then they got him down, and then that's when Winry approached him and he's like, I need to speak to him, and I need you to tell me why you killed my parents. And he's like, nothing I say is gonna change anything. Like everything I say is gonna be like an excuse. But then they didn't let the conversation go on, so I feel like whatever it is that he said, made it so that maybe Winry is feeling, I guess, a little more relieved. Not relieved, that is, I don't know, maybe more understanding of why Scar did what he did, and that's why she was probably was also part of the plan that they came up with, whatever that plan is, to make it seem like Scar kidnapped Winry. And then because Edward was like, why didn't you keep a closer eye on Winry when Winry was always with you, So it's clearly a plan. I just don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I love this episode so much. Like the funny stuff, it was so funny. Sometimes you need those things, to liven things up a little bit because of all the deaths and stuff. But yeah, loved it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/FullMini, where you can also see the full link for this reaction there as well. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.